there was an opportunity to have an architectural competition to decide what the memorial would look like. But the one that stood out above all the other entries they got was what resulted in the Gateway Arch. It's really surprising that the jurors chose it, because most of them even put in their comments, we think it's a beautiful design, it's an incredible, audacious statement, but we really don't think it could be built.
The ability to put this thing together was the big question mark, I think.
For someone to be able to, one, take that vision and work with people that can actually make it come to that physical part, I mean, that's impressive.
It was the entire company philosophy of doing a lot of very, very difficult work, and we just pulled from the best we had.
This outfit we were working for had it all down. They had their stuff together when they come in there. They knew what they were going to do and how to do it. Pittsburgh, Des Moines, they come in there and just went to work. They had good engineers, good equipment, good operators. We had excellent welders.
Well, the welding was extraordinary on this structure. They actually had tryouts. You know, how good a weld can you make? And that's whether you're going to work on this project or not.
Typically, people thought there's an enormous amount of stainless steel, but there was 6 times more steel than stainless steel in this operation, or even a little more than that.
The welding was critical. You have to develop 100% of the material strength in that weld so that you have a continuous metal rib in each 3 of those corners.
Welding is a process where you got enormous heat and it shrinks, and of course this thing had to be almost, well, within 1/64 of an inch, they say.
You can't get sloppy on welding. You can't get sloppy when you're lifting 50 tons 500 feet in the air. Those guys were pros.
These were craftsmen, they were artists in what they did. And, you know, and it had to be perfect because of that orthotropic design, you know. There's nothing else holding it up. The welds have got to be, you know, just perfect.
The big deal on each section was when the x-rays came out good and when the survey came out good, to make sure that as you proceeded up to the top or to the strut location, that it was where it was supposed to be. After that, it was old hat. Reach down, pick it up, set it up, bare weld it, x-ray it. I'm sure to all those guys, it was kind of monotonous.
When you look at these guys in the pictures that I've taken of them, in certain areas where I'd be scared half to death, them guys were just like they're at home.
Some of the ironworkers would come out and you can tell right off. The minute a guy gets off the elevator and climbs up a little bit, you can tell if he's going to make it or not. You're not relaxed. And that's the kind of guy that get hurt. He's so busy hanging on that he's going to get hurt.
It was dangerous, and because we proudly say nobody died making the arch, it makes it seem like it was a cakewalk, and it wasn't.
These people that build this stuff, some of them, yeah, they're just building and throw the mortar in and the brick in, but there are some people who really put their heart into it.
Oh, I'm proud of it. Proud that I had the opportunity, and proud that the darn thing met when we got to the top.
These guys that were on this project, if not then, but afterwards, they realized, man, what did we just build?
It's a stunning thing to look at. And more people are going to see that than most projects I've ever been involved with. And I think it was just a marvelous fabricating and engineering feat.
It was something when you see it, you get so intrigued with it. My dad especially, when he saw that, he just couldn't get over the fact that it's going to draw so many people to look at it from now and until end of time, you know. Makes you feel like, hey, really neat.
Hell, I'm proud of it. And I tell everybody, anybody I meet, if they say anything about the arches, I worked on it. My dad built the arch. The St. Louis Arch was the shining star of my work.